One, two, three.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the WHA-POOSH Show. It's me, Juan.
What's going on,
With
guys?
Theo.
It's me.
Follow me on Broke on Toys, please.
Shameless plug, but this is Carlos, aka Reverse Theo, and today we got a special video for y'all. Kind of home to our hearts when it comes to some of our favorite things.
Yep.
There we go. Okay, so the link is working. So we're gonna talk about DC fandom, man. Happened Saturday. It was a very successful day for us DC fans, man. How'd you feel about it?
Oh man, I was excited from the beginning,
Oh man, we were so
but
lucky.
it
Yeah,
just
yeah.
kept getting exciting and exciting and exciting, and I feel like they did leave the best for last. I'm not gonna lie. So
So, like, one thing that I wanted to talk about was I think that we were very lucky in a way to have seen what we saw this Saturday, because I feel like if it wasn't for COVID, we wouldn't have seen all this stuff.
nah, I don't think we would have.
Like, I think they would have showed like maybe half of what we saw and saved maybe half of, like, the Batman movie, which we'll get into.
Yeah.
I know that most of that movie's still barely being filmed, and
Well, they've
so
only done 25%. So
exactly. So, like, if they would have saved most of that for just the con people, then we would have probably not gotten much.
well, not even that. I don't. I mean, maybe we would have gone that. Maybe. But the one that we for sure probably wouldn't have gotten would probably been like the Shazam, because they ain't revealed nothing but the name of the movie
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
or Black Adam. You know?
It's a lucky event for us, man. It's a lucky event for us to be able to talk about this video, because normally, I mean, I haven't had the opportunity to go to a real con like San Diego Comic Con. Those
Yeah.
good cons, not like Houston Comic Con or whatever. City Comic Con. We get like Jason David Frank. It's like that.
He just comes because he's from here.
Yeah, we just get the Green Ranger, which is pretty cool. So but yeah, man, let's go ahead and jump right into it. We're gonna start off with Wonder Woman. So go ahead and
Boom, man.
so how do you feel about that movie right now?
I think the trailers that they've given us are just on point. They give us just enough. Just
I mean,
enough.
I feel like there's still so much to that movie, and it's crazy to have what we have right now with Wonder Woman, and think about like where it began and where it's at now. Like, it's going through different wars in a way and stuff like that, and
Yeah.
to different time periods and stuff. And it's pretty cool to kind of see the past, because then it doesn't have to jump into the immediate future, and you're like, okay, well, where was Wonder Woman during all these things happening, like Man of Steel, or things like
Well,
that.
it leaves it open.
Mm-hmm. And
That's what's cool about it.
yeah, because you can create so much in the past that and then you get all these like I love the 80 vibes, like in general, like the song, everything about the 80s is
Yeah.
so dope, and the fact that you can do that is amazing, man. Like, that was something that I was kind of excited when they said like the Batman movie was going to be set in the past, but regardless, it's still pretty cool,
Well, not only that, but it gives opportunity to bring back these actors and actresses.
Yeah.
And of course, if you're from the 80s, 2020, what is it, a 30-year?
Yeah, no.
Oh, it's a 40-year, right?
40. Yeah, man, it's
It's a
almost 40.
40-year difference.
It is
So,
36, I think. It's 36, I think, or something like that. But it's not 40
yeah.
yet. But it's still, yeah, it's almost
Well,
40
yeah,
years.
because it's 1984. You're right.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
in general, like, it's almost a 40-year difference. So,
It,
like, imagine Cheetah now, and then if you try to bring her back to the past, you kind of play with what Marvel was doing with the aging and all that stuff, and I feel like that's too much. If you do what they did now and you put them in today's timeline,
yeah,
if they don't age, they don't age.
yeah.
You know
Well,
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah, and it fits perfect. And like
Yeah,
you said, you can bring back characters like Steve Trevor, who's such a big part to Wonder Woman, and it's still pretty cool, like, to have that.
yeah. But and that's a good point right there with Street Trevor. It's we saw it in the first trailer, and we saw it in this one a little bit more, where the tables have turned, and it's no longer Wonder Woman trying to learn our culture. It's pretty much Steve Trevor trying to learn the new culture.
And I like that. I think that's a pretty
Yeah.
cool idea of like the reciprocal of that event. You know,
Yeah.
I think that
Like,
Wonder Woman has that like subtle humor, but it was perfect. Like, you know,
yeah.
when he flips that fanny pack, I thought that was the most like that was so funny. Like every scene that Chris Pine's in has been pretty funny.
Funny.
Like,
Yeah, but at the same time, I feel like they're grabbing the same formula from Wonder Woman
hmm
and applying it to this one,
hmm
which worked.
but
It's
you
just,
know, but something that like that works so well is the fact that like the time periods you can tell, man, like the Wonder Woman was very gritty, like
yeah,
almost, you know, like and it matches because they were in that war and you know, and being
those
in the
dark
80s,
time.
the 80s are so colorful, and you get the colorful suit, you get the
Yeah,
colorful cheetah, you know, like I
the
mean she,
tracks.
you
Yeah,
know, so I think it's pretty cool. Going on with Cheetah, what do you think about Cheetah?
I think she looks good.
Oh
I
man,
think she looks good.
I think she looks fantastic
Yeah. Now,
for a character like that.
the scenes that we did see on the trailer,
hmm
they're pretty fast.
Yeah.
You know, so if you try to pause the frame or whatever, it looks kind of blurry. But it's for the same reason, right?
Well,
Because they're so the. I'm sorry.
no, I was gonna say, well, she's the cheetah, you know.
Yeah, I was about to say. Yeah,
Like
I was going towards that. Yeah, she's moving so fast and she's a cheetah. So, but from what we saw, man, I loved it.
man, I
loved it.
really that fight scene was just as cool as the Batman fight scene in a way. Like the way that slow mo with having such a fast character like the Flash in slow motion is always really cool, and to have a
Yeah,
cheetah, you know, in slow motion fighting Wonder Woman and doing that little spin and whatnot, I just, and then she takes off her little wings and
her
she's
wings. Yeah.
it's like game on.
Well,
So
we saw that slow mo in action in Wonder
yeah,
Woman. So if that was good, I can
oh
imagine.
yeah, oh yeah. Going on with the villains, Maxwell Lord. What do you think about him? I mean, we haven't really seen much about him besides that he looks like a politician. He feels like Trump for me, man.
Yeah.
Like he feels like a character like Trump. We're in power, and I mean, not that I, you know, it's nothing wrong, I guess, but you know, I feel like that's what they were aiming for with Trump and Maxwell Lord.
Yeah.
That name sounds so confusing. Like that's what I feel like is happening here. He just reminds me of him so much, just based off of the trailers and stuff like that. And I think it's
Yeah.
funny.
Well, I mean, I don't know much about the character itself. I know that his superpower or whatever he does, he grants like wishes. I'm gonna call it that,
hmm
or whatever you think becomes reality when you're around him, or something like that. So, I don't know much about him, but it's Pedro Pascal. We've seen him in action in Arcos. We've seen him in action in The Mandalorian. Even though he's not all he's doing is voiceover, but at the same time, like it's good acting. He's a
No,
good actor. I
he w-
trust whatever he's doing, and I trust Patty Jenkins that the character is gonna be great either way.
he was in also in the Game of Thrones show, and he was really good there too.
Yeah,
Um, but something that I did want to talk about because I have been thinking about this a little bit, and do you think that Maxwell Lord uh, is the reason why Steve Trevor came back?
yeah, and I feel like they showed that to us in the trailer.
Because of him saying something about what you wish for, right?
Yeah, and you see Wonder Woman's face kind of light up, and then that's where she realizes that Steve is there, and that's where they hug.
Yeah, I feel like because you know, I've been wondering like how did he survive that, and there was no way he survived that. I mean,
Nah,
even if you
because
parachuted it,
well, even then, like he didn't age,
yeah, that too.
right? And then the thing is at the very end of the trailer, man, when is it Barbara? What's Cheetah's name? I can't remember her name. Barbara,
Shoot, I think I know her real name. I don't know. It is Barbara. It is
right?
Barbara. She's like
I don't know. I
Barbara. What
want to
did
say
you
it's
do?
Barbara, right?
It is
Let's go with
Barbara.
Barbara.
It's Barbara.
She's like, "Oh, Barbara, what did you do?" Right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I feel like that's the same thing as like, "Oh, what did we do?" Whenever we agreed to whatever they agreed on,
yeah.
But I
I
feel
like
like I feel like the
no matter which
character
one.
itself is gonna be good.
No, I mean I'm excited for that movie. I
Yeah.
think that like the first one, it's gonna be a hit, and I think just the fact that it's based off the 80s, it's already like so dope. Like the theme song to me, just like it's just
Yeah.
it's insane. So I can't wait to see hopefully more songs like that in the movie and more vibes like that. So hopefully that works out. So let's go ahead and move on to the next one that we have here, Suicide Squad. What do you think? The Suicide Squad, right?
The Suicide Squad.
Okay. So like I'll be honest with you. When I like the first one. I enjoyed it. I know that it has a lot of like issues here and there. Like when you look back, when you watch the movies over and over, you start noticing more and more. I liked it. I enjoyed it when I went to go watch it at theaters. And so when I saw James Gunn was gonna come over and kind of like do like I kind of want to say a soft reboot, but I'm not sure if it's a soft reboot. I know it's a continuation in a way because we have the same characters.
Yes.
But after seeing the trailer, I mean the behind the scenes and the promo, like having that same kind of promo art that they had for the first one,
Yeah.
like I felt more content with it. Like I love that artwork, that they had in the first one and that kind of stuff that they have going on in this one. I mean, I love those little things that add on to the movie. It's
Well,
kind of
to me, yeah, to me, it feels like a game
yeah,
or like an animated series. I don't know, something along the lines of that aspect, And the thing from the beginning, when James Gunn got brought in, and even then, like when he got fired from Disney, I'm not a big like, oh my god, Marvel this, Marvel that, right? But James Gunn is a phenomenal director, and I like his movies, and I feel like I like it. I like him. I feel like this movie's gonna be great. And one of the things that's already been kind of nailed is the fact that people ask for comic book accuracy.
Yeah.
And this guy brings you almost comic book accuracy.
I mean, Polka Dot Man looks like Polka Dot Man.
Well, I mean, John Cena's Peacemaker, and if you look at Peacemaker,
he looks just like him.
It's like he ripped him out of the comic book,
Now, James Gunn went in deep and picked out some of the most randomest characters. Like the randomest characters, which is, I know he got some really good ones that he already had, and then even some even better ones like King Shark that we didn't have before. And I think that's really cool. It's a huge cast, man.
It is a huge cast. So expect people to die.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like, who do you think like Slipknot is gonna like the next Slipknot?
Who's gonna be Slipknot? I think Peacemaker's gonna die.
Who? Peacemaker? I think
Peacemaker's gonna die, and I feel like the character that this dude is playing from SNL.
That's what I was gonna say. Davidson. Yeah, I
feel like he's gonna die too,
dude. I don't know, but I maybe most of the characters will be like backstory or something, but yeah, man, there's a lot of characters in this movie, and I'm glad Amanda Waller's back. I'm glad some of the characters, we only have like 2 characters besides Amanda Waller that are coming back that I know of.
Well, Harley Quinn's coming back,
and Rick Flag.
Is coming back.
So,
Jay Courtney's coming back too as Captain Boomerang.
Oh yeah. Which that dude is just I don't know what to say about Captain Boomerang. I don't know how he can be a Flash villain. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about some of the points that we wanted to talk about, which was Harley's outfit. Man, go ahead.
Comic accurate. That's what James Gunn is bringing to the table here. He got full creative freedom, and this is something that Warner Bros. Doesn't give a lot of people.
No.
So he got full creative freedom, and he said, "I'm bringing back. I'm not bringing back. I'm bringing to the screen, animated. I want to say it's more like of an animated Harley, right?
Yeah, definitely.
From the animated series, not necessarily the comic book, but I want to say the animated version of it. So I love it. It looks like she has 2 outfits. She may have more, but I mean the classic black and red, man, is just killer.
So real
it's
quick,
canon,
So real quick, a question popped up on the feed. I don't know if you can see it.
No, I can't.
So it's by one of our followers on YouTube by the Akatsuki, which is like one of the best organizations that I know of. I'm a big fan. I wish I had an Akatsuki cloak like every day or Sharingan. But he asked, what are your top 5 favorite movie releases of next year? Now that's kind of hard because I feel like off the top of my head, I'm just gonna say the DC movies because that's all I have in front of me. But I don't know what do you have in store for next year that you can think about besides because I already know top two movies in your list are gonna be Batman and
Yeah.
Justice League.
Well,
You
I mean, I don't even know what movies are coming. I can't. Well, any Marvel movies?
okay, the one that I was excited for that okay, so
Well, now I gotta see because the thing is that everything from this year got pushed over
okay,
to next year, pretty much.
so okay, right off the bat, for me, I'm gonna go not in a specific order. I'm just gonna go because that's the order. That's I want to answer this question um
Fast Nine.
as best as I can within the time frame.
Yeah.
But top four movies are gonna be obviously Justice League, obviously Batman, Venom 2, um, and we're going off of comics because I know there's a lot of great movies coming out next year that I can't think about. And now I'm at 4 with the Eternals too. I'm a big fan of the cast from the Eternals.
Yeah.
You've got a lot of great characters in there. You
Well, the
got
only one that I like is Kumon and Johnny. So
well, see, I liked him, but I also like some of the two of the Game of Thrones
all
characters.
the Game of Thrones people, right?
Salma Hayek, bro, like come on. And then Angelina Jolie. The only person that I wish was in there was Machete and Antonio Banderas, and then it would have been fire. so right off the bat, those are the top four. Fifth one, I mean, if we don't get uh this
Jurassic
is
Park.
oh Jurassic Park. Is it coming out next year?
Yeah, it's next year.
Yeah. Okay, then Jurassic Park, hands down. Hands down,
What?
Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Because,
I looked them up.
yeah,
So
yeah,
Batman,
because
of course, Justice
yeah.
League. I'm actually excited for Shang-Chi. I like the actor
Okay.
who's playing the main guy. I can't remember his name, and I'm not gonna click on it. So,
That's a
but
great
Godzilla
question.
versus Kong, I want to see that movie. Godzilla was pretty intense. The movie might have not been so great, but
Yeah, that's the one I was gonna pick too.
yeah.
But
But
also,
I can't wait to see the CGI and the big
okay.
fighting and all
Now
that.
this is one that I missed. Maybe you would like too. It doesn't change my top five, but I'm very excited for Mortal Kombat 2.
Oh, Mortal Kombat, yeah, with James Wan directing it.
Yes, come on, man,
Yeah.
that's gonna be a good
Black
movie.
Adam's supposed to be out next year.
Who?
Black Adam?
No, there's no way. 2022.
I don't think so either.
I don't know. There's a lot of movies that were. I'm pretty sure the Flash was supposed to come out
No,
this year. And
December
next year.
22nd, 2021.
Oh shoot! I'm sure Aquaman 2 is coming out next year too.
Yeah. But we'll get into Black Adam. But
Okay.
I guess those are the five.
Okay.
A
Now,
lot of the movies that were supposed to release this year are getting pushed back. So it kind of sucks.
I just want to say to the Akatsuki, I don't know if it's just one person or if it's the whole organization, but if you can send me an invite, let me in. And what are your top 5 movies, the Akatsuki? I'd like to know what your top most excited films are for next year, and which ones you choose. But while we wait on you to respond, we're gonna go ahead and move on to continue with the Suicide Squad, like the Rick Flag. Rick Flag got his classic outfit.
Yep. Again.
I think that's so dope.
I think we're gonna keep saying again. We're gonna go back again. So in general, James Gunn, you're the shit for bringing comic accuracy to the movie.
Okay. So one thing that I'm super excited about that movie before we move on is King Shark.
Well, look, I have my gripe with King Shark, and I'm gonna tell you why.
I think I
I
know
know
what it is.
that they didn't show him that much, and I feel
No.
like the CGI needs to be finished
Yeah.
because what we saw looked very cartoonish.
Well, yes, that
And
is
he looked
true.
really small.
But this, like, here, think about this. I'm very surprised after all the behind the scenes we saw. I'm surprised we didn't get a trailer.
No, because I don't think it's finished.
But I'm talking about like they had a lot of scenes. They could have just showed Amanda Waller saying it's a squad or something so small, and they didn't show us anything. So that kind of shows us that like for the rendering of King Shark, it's not bad, especially for that design.
And well, here's the thing. I'm glad we got a BTS and not a trailer.
Yeah.
You know, because the BTS to me is a trailer, but it's a teaser trailer.
Yeah.
Like nowadays people say, well, I'm going to talk about the Batman. We got a trailer for the Batman, but it's a teaser trailer for the Batman.
Yeah.
bro, that
That
was a
was
fucking trailer.
okay. Yeah, okay. When you're talking about that stuff, that was okay. That was a real
That was a
like
trailer, but they
that
call
was
it a teaser trailer.
yeah. Okay, but see the thing is like yeah, you have a point there, man. Like because like some of the teaser trailers that we get are like damn, you would have just gotten the tape with the Warner Brothers
Yeah,
sound, and then you would have gotten the red outfit with a with like a 5 second shot of like him riding his motorcycle from the back. You can't even see anything. But yeah, man. I mean, they knocked it out of the park with that one, man.
yeah,
But we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about
yeah.
that.
I mean, Suicide Squad is. I mean, it's Suicide Squad. Expect the best from James Gunn. If you like Guardians of the Galaxy, I'm pretty sure you're gonna like this movie as well.
Yeah.
Well, let's real quick before we move on.
Yeah.
We finally found out who Idris Elba is playing. He's playing Bloodsport.
Oh yeah, Bloodsport.
And the reason why he's, I think, I'm pretty sure this is what they said, but Bloodsport is in the movie, and he's in jail because he shot Superman with a kryptonite bullet.
Oh, that's
Bloodsport
great.
looks badass, man.
Yeah,
I like Idris
that. I like
Elba.
this
Idris
line.
Elba is an A1 actor.
He's a COVID-19 survivor.
And yeah, COVID-19 survivor. Shout out. But dude, he's gonna be a badass character. I feel like he's gonna be if Harley Quinn is not the main, she's gonna be the main focus of the movie.
Mhm.
But you know, Bloodsport's gonna be right there with them. And then one more thing before we move, Sean Gunn, which is brother of James Gunn.
James Gunn.
He's the weasel.
He's the weasel. Yeah, that looks hilarious. I mean,
I don't know what the hell.
It's like a I'm not even gonna say because I don't want to put myself out there, but yeah,
yeah.
He looks like he looks
I guess
like
we'll just have to wait and see.
He looks like Swiper from Dora on drugs, like
on crack.
Yeah. All right, going. Let's go to your. I'm gonna leave this whole topic to you. I'm not even gonna say anything. I'm just not even gonna talk about this part because I know that you have a lot to share just by looking at your T-shirt. We're gonna talk about the Flash, man. What do you think? What do you think?
Hello.
Dude, that's
oh my god, man. The Flash. Dude, talk about revealing, right? And not talking about anything and then saying a lot. That's crazy, man. If you weren't okay, well, for one, this movie should have been out in 2019, I think.
Yeah.
2020.
This movie should have came out every year since it was out.
It's been trying to get out for the past 5 years, we'll say. They've dropped directors like flies. And then
there we go.
And then the whole thing with Ezra Miller, being in the controversy with him, being an ass to some chick or whatever, it just makes you think, is it ever going to happen? Ladies and gentlemen, it's happening. And it's happening with Andy Muschietti, which directed It and It 2 and other movies. I don't know what are they?
No, I mean,
point is
some good stuff.
That this dude is going to kill it.
I mean, he knocked it out of the park with It, like just It alone.
Yeah.
Like after with doing so much, like I'm not even trying to get into that, but like the just the set design of It was crazy.
Yeah.
Now I don't know if it was just him because I know it's not a one person team, but for him to have created that and replicated it twice and to have a sequel that was just as good, if not better, is very difficult to do, and he was able to do it just fine. And he went about it in such a good way. And when I found out that he was coming on board, I was not happy or excited because I was like, damn, bro, we lost so many producers, like directors. I don't even know we're gonna keep this one.
Yeah.
But I because I don't like to get excited about things until they're actually in front of me.
Yeah.
Because we've been let down a lot of times with things get announced and they never happen. Freaking Black Adam has been announced for 10 years.
Yeah.
And still we haven't gotten it, which is not a bad thing, but I mean, I'm so glad to have him. I'm so glad to have Ezra Miller still as the Flash. I know a lot of people don't like him. I feel like he didn't even get a chance.
We didn't even get to see him. Let's put it like that.
Yeah, and I guess that's also one of the issues with with Justice League, like that people were like, we didn't get to meet the characters, but we also didn't get to like know the character in other movies either, because the only time we saw him was Suicide Squad. That was the
Yeah,
first time we saw him. Or technically, was it BVS? It was the first time we saw him. It was first.
yeah,
It was,
baby, baby,
yeah,
yeah.
it was the first time we saw him. So yeah, man, I'm excited for the Flash movie.
Real quick,
Yeah, yeah,
he's getting a new costume. We saw the we he's getting a new costume, and we saw what it seems to be concept art of it, and people are saying, or not saying, but they're kind of like, oh, we've gotten a CGI costume before, please don't go back to it. And I think what people are referring to is the Green Lantern from 2011,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
and I don't think it's gonna be CGI. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be practical with some CGI elements, of course, but it's gonna be practical. And the reason why I say that is because it and it too, directed by Andy Muschietti, it was almost all practical effects up until where the CGI was needed, and that's what's good about him. That he's probably gonna be all practical throughout the movie. But one of the cool things that we ended up learning is that I'm gonna call this the Flashpoint movie, right?
Okay, okay.
And at one point he's supposed to go back in time or something like that, or I'm sorry, he's supposed to go into the multiverse,
Yeah, yeah,
and he's supposed to meet with a Batman.
yeah,
And as far as we know, Earth One or or I guess Earth One. I'm gonna call it Earth Prime, right?
yeah,
Earth
yeah.
Prime is where the Justice League is.
Okay.
So if Earth Prime is that, and he travels to the multiverse, that means that the Batman that we're gonna be meeting is not gonna be Ben Affleck.
It's gonna be Michael Keaton.
It's gonna be Michael Keaton, and
I
they
think it's
pretty
gonna be
much
George
confirmed
Clooney.
it. And if you look at the concept art, it's Michael Keaton, and supposedly Michael Keaton's Batman is gonna be the one that gives him the new suit or help him build a new suit.
So, do you think that we're gonna get an old Michael Keaton or a young Michael Keaton?
Nah, so he's gonna be an older Michael Keaton.
Okay.
I don't think there's gonna be a Justice League in that universe itself, but
Maybe there's.
well, if there is, I imagine it more like the Flashpoint,
Okay.
where he goes and visits Thomas Wayne.
What if we get like a? I mean, this is just would be so cool if we went to Keaton's universe and we find out there was a Justice League with Christopher Reeves as Superman from that planet.
Oh, dude, that'd be dope.
I know.
And Linda Carter
As Wonder Woman, dude, and then freaking the original Flash.
Oh man, that would be dope, man.
Dude,
That would be dope. But here's the thing.
DC, hit me up.
But here's the thing, though. It all started in Crisis of Infinite Earths. So the chances that we're gonna see Grant Gustin's Flash in the Flash movie are like way up here. He's gonna make a cameo. I know he's gonna make a cameo.
I mean,
Everybody's talking about it. Everybody knows that he's gonna make a cameo. He better make a cameo. Let's put it like that.
I mean, I think it'd be cool to see him. I think that it's a big part of everything. I mean, if I'm right, they confirmed that the Flash, Ezra Miller, got the name the Flash from Grant Gustin's Flash.
From Grant Gustin.
So I mean, they have to explain some part of that.
If I'm not mistaken, that shot in Crisis of Infinite Earths was shot in a movie. I think it's like a 1/6. Like,
I don't know,
a frame or whatever. It was a movie frame. It was a movie frame. It wasn't the regular TV frame.
It felt like the trailers from the DC FanDome. They were like really weird. Like it was so weird.
You see the black bars. They come down and you see that's what it looked like.
So
yeah, I mean,
excited about
the Flash movie 2022. It can't get here fast. Get it?
Yeah, enough. I got you. It's like cheetah fast. Okay, so real quick before we move on to our next heat wave of news, I wanted to show the Akatsuki's final answers. Can you see it on the screen now?
Yeah.
Okay, so he chose at number one. He chose Zaddy Snyder's cut. Of course, you know you
Daddy.
got a round of applause for that one, man. That's fire. Now I know you're not a big fan of the Fast and the Furious movies, but I've kept up with them ever since the beginning, and I'm excited for what to happen. You know, with especially with Charlize. I mean, that's one of my after watching. Have you seen The Old Guard?
No.
Dude, oh, dude. Okay, after we hang up, you need to watch the movie,
All right.
and just the first, just watch. I'm telling you. But yeah, Fast and the Furious and Charlize. Hopefully that we come out with a conclusion in that one with her. He picked Mortal Kombat, of course. James Wan, he's gonna kill it. I mean, that dude is like a visionary, like
Hell
on his
yeah.
own. Like, I mean,
If you talk
Swamp
about
Thing,
CGI, you better include
yes,
that name in there.
like Swamp Thing, The Conjuring. It was The Conjuring, right?
Yeah.
Freaking Aquaman. That dude is freaking crazy.
Yeah.
Kong versus Godzilla. Okay, I'm super excited for Kong versus Godzilla. But before we even move on to anything else, Kong versus Godzilla. Who's gonna win? That goes for you, and that goes for the Akatsuki. I want Godzilla to win. I want Godzilla to win. I like Godzilla better, but that
I know it's a giant lizard.
I don't have like any stats to tell you like Godzilla's gonna beat Kong. Besides the fact that Godzilla has like energy powers, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, Kong is like he's like freaking versatile.
Kong.
He's freaking crazy.
He's Kong.
So I mean, I just wanted.
So we're 1-1. Come on, Akatsuki.
Yeah, the Akatsuki. You're the definitive answer. So whoever you think is gonna win. Some people were speculating that like near the end of the battle, Godzilla or Kong was gonna say Martha, and they were gonna stop and they were gonna go fight. They were gonna go fight some sort of doomsday. But yeah, the Akatsuki. It's up to you, man. Kong or Godzilla, you know. And he said he's not sure about the fifth one. It's hard, man. It's hard to think about movies on the spot,
yeah.
especially with all these transitions. Like, you know, like Wonder Woman was supposed to come out last year, then it came out this year, and now it's gonna come out next year. Or yeah. So like, you know,
I'll pick the fifth one for him. The Minions.
Yeah.
Make sure you go watch it.
Yeah, that's good right there. But now, all right, man. Let's get into the juicy stuff, bro. The good stuff. We're gonna talk about the Marvel panel. Okay, all right. Come on, let me just push that out of here. Justice League, man. Justice League. Zack Snyder's Justice League. Is it weird that I don't even call the movie Justice League? I call it the Snyder Cut. Like every time I don't even think the word.
What's the official title?
Justice League # Snyder's Cut. I think the official title might be like Zack Snyder's Justice League. Kind of, he said Godzilla for sure.
Godzilla.
You saw it?
Yeah,
man. Godzilla, man. There you go. Godzilla for sure. I hope so, man. I hope so.
I'm gonna go find somebody that agrees with me.
Be like, go, Mom. Can you get online and say call? Now, definitely Godzilla, but so I think like what was it like? There was some movies that were like shoot, what were those movies? They were like damn, I can't remember, but they had the author's name, like kind of like Stephen Hawking's It.
Yeah.
Stephen King's It, you know, kind of like that, but like what's that guy? Percy Jackson?
Oh, you mean like the actual title of the book?
Yeah, the actual like, but there was movies like that, titled like that, right? Like Percy Jackson something. So like I don't know what the
like Medea's, like Tyler Perry's Medea or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Like I don't know how this movie qualifies as a movie. Like, is it?
Well,
like,
it's not a movie.
What is it?
Okay, so let's talk about it real quick. We got a trailer,
right?
And you're open. You open the thing, right? Let's call it what it is. They show the trailer, boom, and then they knock you out, and they show Darkseid.
Can we play the trailer while we're doing this?
I don't know, maybe. But they show Darkseid, and it's like a 1, 2, 3, and you're knocked out because that's how fast it went, and you want to stop it. And I'm gonna say Darkseid looks good.
Now let's talk about one thing though. That's baby Darkseid, bro.
Nah,
that is baby Darkseid.
What's that's? I wouldn't say baby dark side. I would call it
like,
late teen.
like, that's baby dark side, bro. That's
I
like
wonder how he's gonna look like throughout the movie. I mean, if he shows up again,
like
which I'm expecting him to show up
he
again.
has to. That was the first invasion.
Yeah,
So that was nobody, not even Wonder Woman was alive.
yeah, that's true.
Like I
Yeah.
don't even know if Wonder Woman was a thing. Like, um,
Well, the gods were still there.
yeah, like the gods were still there, and that was like that's pre. Like
Yeah,
it's ancient as like whatever, but I mean that's baby
that's baby dark
freaking
side.
dark side, bro.
All
Like
right, I'll call it baby dark side.
baby
I
dark
agree.
side. I love it. I love the name, bro. Baby dark side. But I mean, you could see the dude is menacing. He means
Yeah.
business. Um,
Uh Look, some people are gonna disagree with me, but um, he's better than Thanos.
I don't. I think
He's
I'm
gonna
not even.
be crazier than Thanos.
I'm not even gonna say anything, but I'm just gonna say what I've seen. And a lot of people in the comments, because I like to read the comments in a lot of places just to see people fight. A
Yeah,
lot of people have said that Darkseid would be Thanos, bro. Like,
hell
and
yeah,
I'm
he
just
would.
speaking. I'm just speaking what I've seen. Like a lot of
Yeah.
people are like Darkseid. Like they're like I'm a Marvel fan, and man, I would think Darkseid would whoop his ass, but that'll be up in the air.
If Thanos is still in Disney, Darkseid wins.
If Thanos is in the chat, please comment. Please comment. If you're in the chat, can
No,
you?
but look, man. The rest of the trailer, there are shots that we've seen before in
Yeah,
the previous trailers. There's new shots. Of course, we see Barry Allen, and then we
yeah,
see that Irish shot, which is making a comeback. We see Superman in the black suit, but that's already been revealed and
yeah,
teased
yeah.
about and all that stuff. We see the new rendition of Steppenwolf,
I love
right?
that design, bro.
And I
I
love that design too.
like to be honest, if I was to tell you something, I like Steppenwolf design more than Darkseid. But I know that that's Steppenwolf's more finished design versus Darkseid's design.
Yeah,
Like I want to see the Thanos of Endgame, but of Darkseid in Justice League.
yeah, I
Like
understand. Yeah,
like the final battle. Darkseid would be insane, but I
yeah,
think just imagine a battle damage Darkseid against the League scene like that
it's
would
gonna be
just
dope, man.
and,
I want
and
to see
the
that laser war in action.
and the
That's what I
way
want to see.
and the way I don't know how I feel about the laser thing because I know somebody's gonna die when he shoots that shit. So I don't want nobody to die, but
But not Superman.
I know that like Superman's fight with Doomsday, like that whole fight with Doomsday was sick.
Yeah, it was.
Like the lighting, the effects, the just everything about it, the impact, the lands, the punches, and to imagine seeing that with Darkseid is gonna be awesome, man. Or
Yeah,
even this new Steppenwolf, to see what we
yeah.
get from that. So yeah, man, the designs on these characters are a lot better.
Well,
For
you can
those,
see the different tone of the movie. It
yeah,
had that warm tone with Joss Whedon, and then you get that blue, serious,
hmm
tone with the Zack Snyder film. And
yeah,
I mean, like I said, we've seen shots that we've seen before, and we've seen new shots. We see a lot of more cyborg. We see new scene from the Flash. It seems like they're gonna be more involved in this movie, and like it should be. But what I was getting to is that this movie is not really a movie, or it is a movie, but what they're gonna do is they're gonna split it into 4 hour long episodes.
yeah,
I don't know if they're gonna be released day after day, week by week. I don't think that's been revealed yet, but I know for sure that that the Zack Snyder cut is gonna be 4 episodes, and they're planning on releasing limited edition Blu-rays as one full movie, and then with extra stuff, I think, or something like that. I have no
yeah.
idea, but HBO Max, you're the shit, man. You made it
No,
happen.
I know HBO Max is like top tier, like people that I owe in life. You know, like if it wasn't for HBO, I don't know what would have happened to this movie. I don't know if anybody else would have picked it up.
I don't think nobody would have picked.
And
From what I've heard is that Zack Snyder's paying for it. I don't think there's any more funding for it.
well, whoever's paying for it, I'm about to go open
Or
a
he was doing
GoFundMe.
it for free or something like that. I'm not
Go,
even. It's
I'm
crazy, man.
I'm gonna go open a GoFundMe. I did hear some rumors about some people paying for the movie, like whether the actors were doing it for free or things like that.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, man, like it's gonna be the ultimate cut. Now, it's gonna be crazy. It's a four, even though it's gonna be released in 4 episodes separately, and we're gonna watch it in 4 episodes separately. I'm still gonna watch it straight,
dude, it's a 4 hour long movie.
bro.
That's what we should call it for real.
It's gonna be insane. It's gonna be insane. Um, I don't know where this lands in the history books, bro. Like, as like because like this was a movie and then they like turned it into something else and then they're bringing it back. So
Yeah,
technically this was the original film. Now I know that there's a lot of controversy, a lot of people are talking a lot of mess, a lot of negativity, and I just want to say, just don't watch the movie, man.
yeah.
Just don't watch the movie. It doesn't hurt you, man. Like if you have HBO right now,
Well,
it's,
this is not for you.
yeah, like if you have HBO, you have HBO because you wanted to watch DC. Like there's nothing else on HBO really that is like you need to get HBO right now.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? And I think that DC really was the reason why I got HBO. I don't think I would have gotten an HBO if it
for
wasn't for
another
that.
reason. Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
agree.
And I think that people are gonna watch it anyways. And if you don't like it, just don't. I don't know. I don't know what people get out of all the time complaining about, like, oh well, this movie was still going to be the same movie or things like that, but it's not. I mean, the
It's
guy
not.
didn't get an opportunity to finish his movie,
Yeah.
like he.
Well,
Go
yeah,
ahead.
yeah. The thing is that this is not one movie. There's a reason why it's 4 hours long, and this movie was recorded as two movies at the same time when BVS was happening.
Yeah,
So if you really think about it, you know, Wonder Woman, the first Wonder Woman, was being recorded, I think, right after BVS, and during that time frame, Justice League Part 1 and 2 was being recorded because it was
yeah,
supposed to be a two-part series,
yeah.
And well, it's crazy, man. It's not the same movie.
So like, before we move on to like some of the other things that I want to talk about, I want to talk about, what do you think this movie is gonna end like?
I think it's gonna end like an animated movie. Because you know how those animated movies have that it just ends
Like a solid ending?
like a solid ending. You know what I'm saying? Does that make
Yeah,
sense?
yeah. Kind of
Like
like Man of Steel.
yeah, like Man of Steel, something like that. Where it just kind of ends, and you don't know if there's gonna be a sequel. Of course, we know that there's not gonna be no sequels to this. We know that the whole Snyder, the Snyderverse is pretty much done. It's over, right? And some characters are gonna continue to follow through. Well, with the whole Flash movie, it's gonna end up mixing things around, and this is where we get what in the comics would have been the New 52, right? Where it kind
Yeah.
of changed the whole aspect of the DC universe. But I think that's what's gonna end up happening. So at this point, we know that the Snyderverse is pretty much done, and it needs a solid ending. It needs something that we're satisfied with, and I feel like most animated movies, the endings are pretty solid, where they don't even make a sequel to the animated movie, and it's satisfying.
So do you think we're gonna defeat Thanos in this movie? I mean, Darkseid in this movie?
Dark Side, probably not. And the reason why is because I feel like like I said, we're gonna end up being satisfied, but at the same time, the multiverse is happening.
Yeah.
And if I'm not mistaken, doesn't he travel throughout the multiverse,
I,
or
I
the mother boxes do, or something like that?
I all I know is that he time travels in the nightmare scene, like in the where the nightmare scene takes off, like after he wakes up. That's the world that Flash comes from.
Yes.
but I don't think that that's the multiverse in there. I don't think
No,
that.
I don't think so either.
Yeah, but
But I
I
don't
don't
know. We'll
know.
see. I hope not. Let's put it like this. I hope not.
I just hope we get a solid like thing
A
because
solid
there's a lot
ending.
of speculation about stuff. So going on still with that movie, um, so like a lot of people like I said, we're talking about being the same movie and stuff. And after that post I saw, I don't know who did it. I mean, just Cyborg alone was supposed to be the heart of the movie, and it clearly was shown in that trailer, man.
In that trailer, exactly.
Like there was two scenes that stood out to me. It was the scene where his dad dies and the scene where he's at the graveyard. And I can
Yeah.
tell in the graveyard he's devastated.
Mhm.
That's not a man digging for I don't know, maybe he was digging for the mother box, but I could be wrong. But that looked like a man who was suffering, who was in pain. And just those two scenes showed more emotion to me than anything else in the previous cut.
Yeah.
Like in the Justice League movie that was released, um like Cyborg seemed awkward to me, man.
Well, it's because well, the thing is that he seemed moody. And when I
Yeah,
say moody, is that he had a serious tone in some parts, and
yeah,
then he cracked a joke in the next one. And
yeah.
that's the part where it was inconsistent, and you know that
It didn't
it
make
was messed
sense.
around with. You
I
know,
feel-
it was messed around with, and Cyborg wasn't supposed to be what it was. Like
Yeah,
when he visits Wonder Woman, or he tells Wonder Woman, come over here or whatever,
yeah,
and then
yeah.
he goes in the graveyard and he's cracking up jokes with Flash, like from one scene to the next. It's kind of, you know,
It's like you said, it's just not complete.
no, it's not complete.
So I mean, it's gonna be good. But seeing like that scene where I mean, I can't get over that scene, man. Like having
Where his father dies.
yeah, well, he sacrifices himself
Yeah,
in that scene. You can see
with the
Steppenwolf
mother
in the
box.
background, and it
Yeah,
just having Steppenwolf in the background with that new suit, it just looks so dope.
yeah,
And
it does.
so it sucks what happens in the end, which is the mother box probably survives, or who knows? We don't know. Maybe he did destroy it. It's a different it's a different cut. But yeah, man, that scene was cool. I know we saw a few Easter eggs with the in the
The
trailer.
beginning sequence.
You think that'll be in the movie?
We saw the Justice League sign.
You think that will be in the movie?
Yep.
Dude, okay, so the one thing that I wanted to talk about was I Zack Snyder's original plan called for the Joker and Deathstroke teaming up with Batman.
Yes.
That would have been so dope, man.
Man,
And I
that
know
would.
we're not gonna get that anymore. There's no
No,
way.
wait, because we saw the card flying down,
Yeah, but that
and
was
it's
the
a
one from
Joker
his
card.
gun. But that was the one from his gun.
No, well, maybe, but at the same time, we don't know that, man. Like, it could be from his gun, but that could be him telling us he's coming
Okay,
back.
but just think about this, man. Imagine a Jared Leto Joker in a nightmare sequence.
It was gonna be dope.
Like, just think about oh man, I don't. And then even Deathstroke, like,
And Deathstroke, bro.
and
I think Joe Manganiello's supposed to be coming back too.
well, he shot scenes.
Yeah,
So I don't know, man. I'm excited, and
I'm-
honestly, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of things that we'll never get probably again, and it sucks. Maybe we'll get it one day, but even like the original Justice League ending when they teased like a Justice League, like the evil Justice League. I forgot the Justice League of Doom. I forgot what they're called. What are they called? The counter, because yeah, like remember.
I know what you're talking about. The one where he meets with
I don't even remember that dude's name.
Lex Luthor.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
like that Justice League of Darkness or Doom, the League of Doom. They're
The
called
League of Doom. Yeah,
League of Doom. That would have been cool too, man.
Yeah, that would have been dope.
That would have been badass. But it is what it is. It is what it is, and we're getting the Snyder cut, and it exists, and it's happening.
And if you don't like it, deal with it.
And the biggest challenge is just to make it to watch it, because man, we don't even know when this movie's gonna come, man.
Nope,
This-
there's no release.
They could
We
wait-
have a release year, but no date.
and let's hope no COVID-19 hits. But I mean, either way, it's gonna release at home.
Yeah.
So it shouldn't be a big deal. It's not. Hopefully, they don't charge us $30 like Disney Plus is
Disney.
charging. But I pay good money to watch the Snyder Cut.
Yeah, I would too.
Like if they were like, you can only watch Snyder Cut at this location for $200 and it's like super sketchy, I'm in, bro. Like they, they got my money.
Just take your batarang.
Just take the battering. But yeah, moving on to something a little bit more humorous and more chillax and nothing concrete before we get to the main squeeze of this one. Besides the Justice League. Well, two things. Yeah, two things which kind of go one together. So we wanted to talk about Kazam, right? Kazam.
Yep.
And, now, so Shazam. Okay, so let's go into Shazam because we didn't get a lot from Shazam besides like the name drop.
We got who the villain's gonna be.
Yeah.
I don't know if they revealed his character, but it's Sinbad. Sinbad is gonna be the villain, and I think he's the one who played Kazam, right?
Yeah. Well, I think that's what it seemed like. I didn't see that movie. But
I don't know. Because at first people said that it was Shaq. No,
I thought it was Shaquille O'Neal too.
I think it's Sinbad.
Nah, man, it's not Sinbad. But okay. Name drop Shazam! Fury of the Gods.
Fury of the Gods.
No, Shaquille O'Neal is Kazam. I don't even know who Sinbad is. Sinbad sounds like the.
Is it Kazam? It's not Kazam.
No, I don't know. No, I was just saying Kazam because it was Shazam. I don't know who Sinbad plays.
I don't know who he plays either.
I thought
movie out there. It sounds like Shazam. I really don't know.
But okay, going back to the movie Shazam, Fury of the Gods. Nothing else was dropped. Nothing else.
That's all we know.
That's all. But moving on to the kind of cooler news, which also nothing really was shown. And nothing, I mean, 10 years of freaking waiting, we could have at least had a suit or something. But
we did.
But like a real suit, but
yeah, that's true.
Okay, so we get some Black Adam action at the DC FanDome. So
and I gotta say, man, The Rock killed it with the intro.
Well,
not the intro. What is it called?
The monologue, I guess.
Yeah, the monologue. Yeah.
Dude. I mean, okay. Me personally, I did not go deep into Shazam. Right? Like, I don't know. I didn't know much about Shazam prior to the movie. Right? Like, I didn't know much about him. So when I don't know much about him, I don't know much about Shazam, Black Adam. But to hear Black Adam's story, the way The Rock told it was amazing.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
And I don't mean like hearing his voice and stuff. I mean just hearing the story about being born a slave, and you know
how they needed a hero
things, and then and you get the hero, and it's not the hero that you that you expect. You know.
Yeah, well, he did things his way.
Yeah, exactly. You get that hero, and that's the kind of hero that we would get in today. I believe that if somebody got superpowers in today's world, it would end up being somebody like Black Adam.
Yeah, where they did things his way.
Because I feel like we've grown to be very selfish in this century, and I can't lie. If I had the power to create the Justice League Snyder Cut, I would have done it a long time ago. But so okay, the one thing that with the Black Adam thing was when he started talking about the hierarchy of the DC universe. Yeah. Oh man, when he said the hierarchy, man, that was.
And then he winks at you.
Yeah, and then I knew he was gonna wink, bro. I was like, "There's no way this dude's not gonna wink." And then he winked. He has like the best wink ever, bro. And yeah, man, the history, the hierarchy, like, and then he does the call outs. And he called out
for the Flash,
all the members. Like, I mean, that was so dope. So,
Superman.
I'm not gonna lie, Dwayne The Rock Johnson and Zachary Levi have the potential to make the best superhero movie, and they have the potential to go outside and do the best comedy movie, bro. Those guys are hilarious. I
agree.
Man, when that movie drops, it's gonna. I don't know when it's gonna drop, but it's December, gonna be crazy.
2021,
dude. It needs to come out already.
I know,
but that's. I mean, okay. So the suit, we saw the suit.
Well, we saw concept art.
Yeah,
it looks traditional, but armorish.
Okay, can we talk about one thing with that suit and who designed it? Did you hear that Boss Logic worked on that stuff?
Hell yeah, Boss
Bro,
Logic did.
that dude went big. I remember when he would make little small cameos, but to come out
Yeah,
on DC fandom like that is crazy, bro. Like,
yeah.
no,
That dude killed it, man.
the man's a legend, bro. Like,
Yeah.
that's crazy. That's
Guy's name dropped by The Rock
dude. I know, and Jim Lee, right? He worked with Jim Lee
and
for all
Jim
that
Lee.
stuff.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
Uh,
but I mean, the suit's gonna be it's gonna be amazing, man. I can already tell.
dude, I can't wait, man. I can't wait to just see that turtleneck on his suit and the fanny pack. Uh, but yeah, it's time, man. It's time to get into. Dude, Justice League was something that I was waiting my whole life. Matt Reeves Batman when it was Bruce Wayne was something. When it was Ben Affleck was something that I was waiting my whole life.
Yeah,
But I'm not gonna lie. When they announced that it was gonna be Robert Pattinson,
yeah.
I,
Skeptical.
it's not that I was skeptical. It's just that I love Ben Affleck too much, bro.
No, I get
Like,
it.
like for me, like after everything we've been through with Ben Affleck, like Ben's been through like all the stuff with Zack Snyder, you know,
Yeah,
and he gave us one of the coolest Batmans. Like I'm gonna be honest with you, I like the Dark Knight series, but I didn't enjoy it as much as seeing Ben Affleck as Batman,
yeah,
you know, and Ben Affleck never got his movie, you know, and so that says a lot about him. I think BBS was kind of his movie, but um so like when I heard Matt Reeves was gonna take over, I was like, that's a good director based off of what he's done. Like
yeah,
he did 10 Cloverfield Lane, and then he did the Planet of the Apes movies. I think he did two of them, and I knew it was gonna be good. I guess like after seeing the Snyder cut, I was like, that's gonna be the highlight of my day. And seeing the freaking Batman trailer, I was like,
Well, the Batman trailer was this. You know when you fall and you get scab, and then you put a band-aid on it and it feels good, and then you rip it off and it feels refreshing? That's what it felt like.
I don't wear band-aids, bro. I'm just kidding. No, okay. I'm Batman. I'm vengeance. Okay. Okay. This is the part of the movie that intrigues me the most. Because Ben Affleck, what he did for me was that dude was what's the word? Like I'm gonna go back to the word grit. Like he was just freaking like ruthless. You
Yeah.
know? He was ruthless, which we saw in this Batman, right? We saw in this Batman that he can be like a fighter, but what stands out to me about this movie the most, mystery. The mystery to this movie. Like I'm a big fan of thrillers. Like
Well, we've talked
yeah.
about this before, which is the noir
Mhm.
style,
Yeah, yeah,
right? And the thing is that even Matt Reeves talked about it. It's more of a detective-ish
yeah.
feeling to it.
Yeah.
And I know you like this, right? It feels very Arkham Knight-ish from the game,
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah,
where
yeah.
you it seems like he's gonna have several clues to follow, and then
Mhm.
of course, go on from there.
Yeah, like I mean, I freaking like the fact that there's mystery to this movie is dope, man. Because like I never felt in the other movies like you have to. I mean, it's just a teaser, it's just a trailer. We don't know, what's gonna happen next or
We don't
what's
even know
going
those
on.
sets are gonna stay.
Yeah, but like, man, just the mystery of the movie that I got from the trailer was dope. Besides that one scene that we all probably freaking were like, holy shit. But I mean, the mystery to that movie, from what I've seen, it just came off so dope. And I think that it's very original. It's gonna be very original with its storytelling and stuff like that. Because of
Yeah.
like you said, it's something that we haven't gotten. And this Matt Reeves was talking about he wanted to do something that wasn't done and stuff. So dude, I don't know, man. But I'm excited. So what do you
Well,
think?
yeah, and he said a lot about it, and one of the things that really stood out was that he didn't want to do an origin, and this movie's not an origin.
It's
This
not.
movie is year two of Batman, and he's getting to know himself as Batman. Not only that, but the villains themselves are getting to know themselves at the same time. So we're introduced by several characters that we've already know that they're gonna be there, like Selena Kyle. Selena
Mm-hmm.
Kyle, you can tell she's Catwoman, but she doesn't call herself Catwoman just yet. We see Colin Farrell, which is put the emoji up, mind blowing.
It's
The transformation is crazy, and he's supposed to
Bill
be playing
Belichick.
the what?
It's Bill Belichick.
Bill Belichick. Yeah. His transformation is crazy. And he's supposed to be playing the Penguin, and then we get the main villain, right? And the main villain is the Riddler, which is if you really tell me if you were to tell me, oh, who'd you want or who'd you think the next main villain for the Batman movie would be, I would have never said the Riddler. You know,
You okay? When I think of the Riddler, I think of two people. I think of Jim Carrey
Jim Carrey.
and the Riddler from the Arkham games, right?
Yeah,
And the animated series Riddler, just I thought he looked really cool, but he doesn't really stand out to me. I just haven't seen him a lot recently. But Jim Carrey was like comedic relief, you know,
yeah, he wasn't. Yeah. I understand.
and he had a good like plot for that type of movie back in the day, because back in the day those movies were crazy. The Riddler in the Arkham games was a little bit more serious in his approach to what he did with people and stuff like that. But yeah, man, this Riddler is dark, man. Like,
Yeah, and
really
I
dark.
don't think the Riddler that we saw, because we saw the Riddler in the first two scenes. I think he's putting
Mhm.
tape over somebody. I don't. I think they're hiding his costume. I don't think that's how he's gonna look like. He may look like that. I don't mind it. I don't think. But like I said, he's these are villains that are getting to know themselves as well.
I think,
And
yeah,
one of the things that like I was saying, I wouldn't have picked the Riddler to be the villain, but in this case with Matt Reeves and the noir and the detective style, and the clues and this and that, it makes sense that it's the Riddler.
now the Riddler could also not be the main villain, can he? Is
I
there a
think he's
chance?
gonna be the main villain.
But like, do you think that there's still more to it that we don't know?
Well, I mean, the Penguin's gonna be out, right? And so is
Yeah.
Catwoman, and Catwoman is more of an anti-hero.
Hmm.
And to me, I'm gonna go with she's more of a villain than a hero. And
Yeah.
the reason why is because just like Black Adam, she likes to do things her way, and
Yeah.
if it benefits her, she's gonna do it regardless whether it hurts you or if it doesn't. So I think he's gonna be the main villain. I don't think there's gonna be anybody else out there besides them three. Maybe we'll get some cameos from other people, but as far as the main villain, I have a feeling it's. Well, I think it's been confirmed if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. So, there's a lot of speculation, like there always is, with like what's going on with what could happen and stuff like that. And a lot of people talked about the story being based off of the Long Halloween comic book.
Yeah,
Yeah. And so,
but I don't think I think they've denied those.
we'll see. That's what I was trying to get to, is like there's a lot of people that were also talking about Hush uh, being like getting some Hush vibes.
Yeah.
And I mean, yeah, it is a Riddler, right? Obviously, like with the riddles and stuff.
Yes.
But there was also like the Hush vibes with that blame that he puts on Bruce Wayne, and with that look, with the tape that he does to cover up the people's faces, is very similar to Hush.
To
And in
Hush,
the
yeah.
and in the Hush movie, the bad guy, the comic book that just came out, I don't know if in the comic book it was too, it was the Riddler who was the villain.
Oh, maybe then.
Yeah, like in that last animated movie that just dropped, when they took off the mask, it was actually the Riddler
Oh
who was.
wow.
Yeah, and so there could be a combination of both, because if you look back, Batman's at the crime scene,
Yeah.
and then Catwoman comes back and Batman, right?
Yeah.
Now I was reading in the Long Halloween. That's a scene from the Long Halloween where Catwoman comes to take something that dead person had on her.
Oh
So
wow.
so there's like, obviously it's not gonna be just one storyline. It's
Yeah.
gonna be a mix of both. But Hush, the Long Halloween, the Court of Owls, bro, like it could be anything. You know what I mean? Like like it could be up in the air. And really, man, like if they did something with the Court of Owls, it would be fantastic, bro.
I mean, it would be. It
But it
would be.
wouldn't be. It would.
He
I
has
feel
the
like it would,
signs of the Court of Owls costume.
so like the only thing with the Court of Owls would be like, I feel like, I don't know how grounded Matt Reeves' universe is gonna be, but it seems very grounded.
Well, they're supposed to be their own movies. Like
Yeah,
they're part of the multiverse,
yeah.
but separate from
But do
everything
you?
happening.
But do you? Okay, so like, do you see in Matt Reeves' universe? Do you see a Clayface?
Nah.
Do you see a Man Bat?
Well, you know what? Maybe.
Because
Maybe.
because if they do all that stuff, then I don't know. Maybe the talent would be a little bit more difficult to do. Because
No,
they go
because the
about.
talent seems more realistic.
Yeah, but then you're dealing with like keeping people frozen and like reviving them and stuff. I mean, it is possible. It is more realistic in a comic book universe, right?
Yes.
Than having superpowers. But that's the only thing that would probably like feel like it would probably hold the Court of Owls. But I mean, just think about a Court of Owls with Matt Reeves. Like that's a
I mean, that
mystery.
would be dope.
That's another mystery of its own.
Yeah, that would be dope.
That's another mystery of its own because
Oh,
the
I
Court
hope
of
if he
Owls,
does a sequel, I hope it's a Court of Owls.
dude. I hope this leads
We
to. I
need
mean,
one.
because we don't know who the Riddler might be doing these things for too. The Riddler might be working for somebody.
Yeah, it could be.
And but going off the trailer, man.
Well, I just want to talk. I just want to talk
Crazy.
about one thing because you should
Yeah, yeah.
you should go see the trailer, right?
Yeah.
But I just want to talk about one thing: the delivery of that line.
Okay, that's based off the animated series, bro.
I know,
That's
I
fire,
know,
bro. Like I was
and
hyped.
it's freaking cool, and it's
Okay,
freaking cool.
okay. Look, but one thing that stood out to me a lot from that trailer that I really liked was the fight in the with the cops. You see him fighting like somebody with the cops in like GCPD. He's like in a
Yeah,
interrogation room, and he kind of gets in with the cops. Now I know that Batman trusts the cops, and the cops trust him, but there's a point where there's a fallout, and so this is part of that year too. You know what I mean?
yeah,
He walks into that interrogation room with Commissioner Gordon.
yeah,
And that's something that we didn't really see allowed. It was something that like Christian Bale's Batman did on the side or like something like that.
yeah,
And so to see that relationship and then going off of what's going to happen with the Gotham show that he's going to do is going to be very interesting to see in development because year one, they're going to have to learn his trust, even though it's going to be kind of like behind the scenes. It's not going to really be
yeah.
Batman,
I can see what you're saying.
But I don't know, man. Like that scene stood out to me a lot because it's nice to see that side of the development. Where he's
Yeah.
still working with that Gotham infrastructure of people. So I don't know, man. I'm excited for the movie. I don't know when it's gonna come out though. That's
2022.
2022. What are you talking about? 2021.
Oh, Oh, that's true. That's true.
Batman movie. Yeah, but I don't know what month. That's what sucks,
Well, I could tell you right now.
dude. If it comes out, no, there's no date for it.
There's no date for it.
No, it was just released. It was just $?1.
Oh, but that's because it's the Riddler.
But that was the year.
Yeah, 2021. It's October 1st.
So it is the long Halloween.
Yeah, October 1st, 2021.
So it is the long Halloween?
Yeah, but the question mark is because
The Riddler. Yeah.
the Riddler. Yeah,
Yeah. Did you hear that they solved the the riddle that was
yeah.
on?
They solved it. I don't remember what it was, but
Dude, that's deep, bro. That's dark. That's like some
what's
sinister dark.
Riddle or what?
I think the riddle was, what does a dead lying man do?
Oh,
And
he
he
lays.
lies
He lies.
still.
Oh, he lies still. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So that was, I mean, that's crazy. That's a riddle,
Yeah,
but it's also dark and it's also, man, I don't know. I'm excited, bro. I'm
yeah,
excited.
I'm excited too.
Now, that fighting sequence at the end,
With the Penguins goons.
dude.
What are you supposed to be? I'm telling you, man. That line got me, man.
Okay.
Like I only know one man to say that line so perfect, right? You know too. It's Kevin Conroy.
Oh, I thought it was me. No, okay.
But we heard the Batman's voice.
I was not ready for that, but I was also not ready for a fighting scene, bro.
Well,
Like it's
yeah,
a teaser. It's a teaser. Like
that's what I'm
seeing-
saying. Like teasers are trailers.
seeing him fly in that scene is what I expected to see.
Yeah,
Something that's very interesting from the trailer, and from what they had shown is those sequences where the red suit, you know how they first teased the suit in red, in a
Yes,
red, that red scene kind of comes out in the thing.
in the trailer.
I wonder what's going on there, man. I don't know if that's like him, like in a specific place in his
He's
mind.
probably facing off the Riddler.
Now, one thing that I was sad that that I didn't see was Alfred. I wanted to see Alfred, man.
Oh, that's true. We didn't get to see him,
Oh,
but
and I got
only 25% of the movie has been finished.
so I gotta. What's up, Richie? So Richie actually follows me on Instagram, and he's under Figure War Stages, and he has great toy photography. And we came up with we met while in a live with another diorama maker who I learned everything from. So shout out to Richie, man. I appreciate you coming
Shout
out
out.
to support it, man. Thank you so much. I hope you have a great evening, man. If you want to stay, it's getting late. We're about to wrap this up in a few minutes, not too long. So if you want to stay, we're just talking about the end of the Batman
That
from
Batman.
Matt Reeves. Man, if you saw the trailer, what do you think, man? Let us know, and I'll share the comments so we can see it up here. But yeah, man, like that movie was that trailer. That was a teaser, man.
Yeah.
That was a trailer, but that's what I consider a teaser. So
Yeah.
imagine what a trailer would look like. Okay, something that I was thinking was I don't think this movie needs any more trailers.
No, I think it does.
No, man.
I'm on
I
the
like-
opposite side,
I,
and
I,
I'll tell you why.
I don't need to see no
The
more.
reason why is because we haven't seen we don't need to see everything, but we need to see a little bit more. We have to. It's
Nah,
one
man.
is Warner Brothers, and two, just give me the whole freaking movie already. I don't care.
I don't want to see. I don't think we need another trailer until October of next year, bro. When it's ready to drop.
When it's ready to come out. No,
Yeah.
I think this should be called trailer number 1, and then trailer number 2 should come out closer to like you said. But yes, I feel like we don't need any more teasers, please.
I think the only thing that I need for trailer 1 or trailer 2, because I really don't want to see anything more. I want to keep this movie as much of a mystery until I go and watch it. And I could just avoid the trailers, but I feel like releasing too many trailers is what messes us up, man. DC likes to drop a lot of stuff. You know?
I mean, we felt that with BVS.
BVS. Now I know they fix that stuff, especially with Wonder Woman. Like,
Yeah.
Wonder Woman hasn't shown anything except the golden suit. I feel like the golden suit kind of maybe showed.
No.
much.
I think that was good to show. That was good to show
But
because of the toys. That's the reason why.
like if they would have just showed, I mean, like I'm telling you, bro, the trailer 1 just needs to have Alfred and Bruce Wayne talking, and then replay half of the scenes that we already saw.
Well, that should be trailer 2.
That's what I'm saying. Like it should just be like Alfred coming up in one trailer, and then the next scene could be like maybe the Penguin talking to his goons, you know?
Yeah, maybe a little bit more of Colin Farrell.
Or maybe like a more Catwoman kind of scene.
Oh, I would love that. Man, listen a little bit about before we continue. Your Richie, he was kicking ass.
Dude, he was kicking ass, bro. Like you saw that one guy who was split down the middle. He was scared out of his mind in that scene. And I thought that was so cool. I mean, I don't think they expected him, and I think something that people were talking before. I'm gonna let you go real quick, but I know that people were talking like this dude looks really scrawny. It's year 2, right?
Yeah.
But that also adds to the fact that he can kick ass.
Yeah.
Like this is a comic book world.
Well, we know he's trained.
The best comment that I saw online was somebody was talking so much mess about him looking skinny.
Yeah.
That somebody responded, "I bet you think you could kick Bruce Lee's ass. He was skinny as hell."
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, like that just just like spoke so much. On top of the fact this is a comic book world, man. Like in this world, anything is possible.
Anything can happen.
Because like if you like in so many movies, you see people like grabbing people like by one hand. Dude, I can't even pull a person in real life. How are you holding a person, dude? And I'm movies are made to make things like that happen. And so the fact that he was skinny and people, it's year 2, they don't really fear him yet, is even better.
Yeah, it's even better. Exactly.
But yeah, man, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to keep you. Go.
Well, before we wrap things up, I just wanted to ask you, what was one thing that you liked the most about the Batman trailer? Because everybody was all on Justice League Snyder Cut, and then they showed this trailer, and it's like, what Snyder Cut? You know what I'm saying?
Dude.
So,
That
but I just want to know what was the favorite thing about the trailer?
tip. I don't want to be like, okay, let me tell you something I didn't like, and I still don't like it. I don't like the Batmobile.
I,
Like,
I like it.
you know why I don't like the Batmobile? Be
Why?
honest with you. I'm a Mustang guy, man. I think that's a
Ah.
Chevy car. I think that's a Chevy car.
Yeah.
Nah, no, I think I'm just gonna say it, man. I love the fight scene, but I can't get over the mystery part, man. Like
Yeah,
I
I get it.
love mystery movies. I watch mystery, like I love things like that, and the vibe that I got from this, and knowing that it's gonna be a detective movie, just that's what I love the most. I think that's what intrigued me the most. This didn't seem like a Batman movie anymore. It seemed like because Batman versus Superman was Batman versus Superman, right?
Yeah.
It was Batman, but this is called the Batman, but this is more of him trying to figure out what's going on versus trying to stop Superman. And that one, yeah, I don't know. It's all the same. It's just up in the air. It's just the way it's directed. But
Yeah.
I mean, based off the trailer, that I'm hyped like everybody else. I think.
Yeah. I
Uh,
think I think my favorite part is gonna be the actors.
oh yeah.
I love Jim Gordon.
Hmm.
I From what I saw, it just seems very serious,
Hmm.
very detective-ish. And then the other part that I like besides Batman is Catwoman.
I like
The
Catwoman.
way Zoe Kravitz moved in that scene,
Yeah.
it was Catwoman.
Now, one thing that I really like is I like the Riddler. I mean, I like Colin Farrell. I liked him. I like him as an actor a lot. Like,
Yes, we didn't
you
get
know,
to see a lot of them, and
all
he
I'm
doesn't look like Colin Farrell.
all I'm saying is
So
the man was Bullseye in Daredevil with Ben Affleck.
yeah,
So the man has faced Batman before, bro. I'm
yeah,
just telling you that. Yeah, but yeah, man. I mean, I'm hyped for everything that's coming. I hope we
I'm
don't
happy
get
too.
that many trailers. I think that DC fandom did us really well. I think this is the best thing that could have happened out of COVID-19. Like, I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
I agree.
I think that
It gave us a chance, and
yeah.
that's all we wanted. That's all we wanted from the beginning.
But I think that's about it, man. I think we'll
I think
stay
that's it
tuned.
too.
Hopefully more things. I think hopefully we find out more news about what's gonna release with the
Well,
Zack
stuff.
Snyder
I
cut.
mean, with this COVID stuff, it's kind of hard for news to come out like the way they did. So, for them to do what they did, it was special. It
Yeah,
gave us something to talk about.
it's cool, man. But I think that's about it. I think we're gonna call it a night. Thank you. Oh, let's see. Richie said something real quick. So Richie said, once I saw Batman beat up and ground pounding the goon, then tell him I'm vengeance, and saw the Batmobile, I was like, yeah, I gotta go watch that. I agree, man. I agree. Like, I showed this trailer to 3 people at the house here, and I think when that fight scene happened and that Batmobile kicks in, like the way that was edited, just it was so
I
badass.
lost it. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna lie.
man.
I kind of I started
I like
screaming.
I flipped the invisible table, and I was like, almost took off my shirt and everything. I was like, dude, I felt like we
I'm
had,
vengeance.
yeah, man. I think like,
I'm vengeance.
yeah, man. I'm gonna change my
I
name on
get it.
Instagram to Vengeance, like, like, and then that's a big scene for me. I'm a big fan of from the animated series, so yeah, man. I still got 35 minutes to get the Sentinel. I'm still deciding. No, but
Do it.
yeah, I mean, I appreciate everybody coming out. Richie, man, I appreciate it. The Akatsuki, thank you. DC fandom, thank you. Zack Snyder, thank you. Matt Reeves, thank you. Yeah, man.
Everybody.
Everybody,
Thank
thank
you.
you. Hopefully COVID goes away and we get more news like this, because I know a lot of people have been holding back. Like, I know people are holding stuff for events, especially when the movies are being released like next year. They're gonna stop releasing stuff because there's no point. So
Yeah.
hopefully they things get better. So all right, man. Call it a night. I'm gonna end this here. I appreciate it one more time.
Get a sentinel.
Yeah, get the Sentinel.